Hi everyone, it's Carrie here with my coaching tip for the week. Another day of trying to figure out what I was going to talk about, and as life would have it, something just landed. It was interesting. I was actually all ready to do this video, and we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we're having to kind of adapt to a new environment. And I was already, my son had just gone out with his dad for a short time. And I thought, great, I got this window now, because normally my son's at school, but he's not right now. So I wanted a little privacy to do this video. And as soon as he left and I got everything set up, a little kid and his dad showed up at the back of on my back deck, not really my back deck, my condo deck, and we're playing a game of hockey, which, bless their hearts, it was very sweet. But of course it was, loud, and I suddenly found like, okay, I can't do this video right now. Anyway, I walked around the apartment and just kind of waited and got rid of some of my angst, because I was, just wanted to get rid of some of my energy and figure out what I was going to talk about. And I walked by my bookshelf in my bedroom and I saw a book that jumped out at me, and I thought, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. And I love how the universe works. The answers will come when you're ready. And I think I had just calmed down enough that the answer came. So the book I wanted to mention, it's one of my favorite books. It's called Loving What Is by Byron Katie. I'm sure some of you have heard about her or this book. There are very few books. I'm a self-help guru lover. I have read these kind of books since I was in my early 20s. But this book is one of the few that I've read twice. So there are lots of great books out there, but there are very few that I'll read over and over again, and I kind of cherish them, and this is one of them. And the reason I thought this was such a great thing to talk about right now is that Byron Katie, the loving what is really just about accepting what is. And so we're in the middle of a pandemic. We all know that. And it is not fun. And I'm not going to pretend that I love it, because that would be, making small of something that we know is very, very big. And this is a difficult time in our lives and in the world. And, and many people are losing their lives and are sick. So I don't want to make light of that. But what I wanted to say, and one of the things that I've realized in life, is that this book has taught me how, when in the middle of a circumstance that I don't like and I'm angry about, or I feel stuck or disempowered, just frustrated, whatever that feeling is where I just feel stuck and I don't like it, this book has helped me realize that this is what's happening, Carrie, and what are you going to do about it? So it's just such a good reframe, and she talks about different questions to ask, which I'm not going to go into. You can read the book if you want. But the premise really is, again, like, this is happening to us. This pandemic is happening, and we are all being forced to go inside our homes and I think invited to go inside our hearts, to be honest, and inside our souls and inside our feelings. And really kind of decide what we want to do now. And so in some ways it's like, yeah, I have to tweak the things I'm doing, like all of you. I've got a 16-and-a-half-year-old son. We live in a small space. We're on top of one another a lot, and we're working it out, like many of you, right? We're just trying to work it out as we stay at home and try and ride through this pandemic. And we're tweaking things often. So that's really just kind of what I was thinking this week, that I've been able to just tweak things as I go, and recognize that this is the reality that we are dealing with, and what am I going to do about it? So am I going to stay stuck and frustrated and angry, or am I going to somehow find a way to accept it and move through it? And I'm not saying to minimize your feelings, because I really am a big believer that before you can get to the acceptance stage, you really need to be able to express your emotion. So whether that is reaching out to someone safe, talking to a therapist, a really good friend, a family member, whether it's journaling, whether it's just going for a walk in nature, I mentioned EFT tapping, whether you meditate, whatever it is. I used to write in a journal to vent a lot of my feelings when I was frustrated. So I think all of that is really, really important first, to let go of a lot of the angst and the feelings that we're having, the fear, the anxiety, and then coming to a place of acceptance and recognizing this is happening, and what are you going to do about it? So I'm making small tweaks. I had to wait for the kids to go and for it to be quiet. I'm doing this video much later in the day because my son is home, and I don't know, next week I might be in my car. I have no idea. So I'm doing my best to accept what is and find ways to work with it. And I think it's a powerful tool. And so I'm going to ask you now, what is it that you need to accept in your life? And whether it's the pandemic or just a situation that you're in that feels uncomfortable and you feel stuck. So what is it that you're maybe resisting, and how can you find a way to accept it and move through it in an empowering way? So making different choices, finding ways to self-soothe, to take care of yourself, but to somehow find acceptance in what is and to find a way through it. So that's my question for you. Anyway, I hope that's of some help. And as usual, I have not written a script for this or not planned it. This is just me winging it. This book almost jumped off the bookshelf. Well, it didn't really, but I just literally took one look at it and went, okay, this is what we're talking. So loving what is. This is what is happening, and what are you going to do about it? So let me know if you have any comments. I'd love to hear from you. And otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected. And I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.